Hello, everyone, and happy Geeksgiving. Yeah, welcome to another episode of Unsealed and Revealed, and welcome again to our brandy new showtime, Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Pacific. What a good time to be here. I know I am having a good time. Cassidy, you having a good time?
I'm having a great time.
Guy, you having a good time?
I'm having a fantastic time.
Sounds like 10 a.m. on Tuesdays is a fantastic time. I am your host, Jeff May, and with me I have, as always, our wise, sage-like six-scale master / enthusiast / expert, and all-around good night to know, Guy Klender. Guy, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing great. This is a really exciting figure, and I can't wait to show him to you, Jeff.
I am very excited to take a look at him. And now, before we get to that, of course, I have our excellent moderator, our social media Jedi, Cassidy, and she is on the ones and twos, and she'll be taking your questions, comments, and concerns through all the live channels that you might have. Cassidy, how you doing?
Great. Yeah. Everyone give a shout out to me in the comments, I guess. Say hi.
Everybody shout Cassidy out. She needs more attention.
Cassidy!
Hi, Cassidy. See, I can do it. If I can do it, you
Even
can.
jazz hands.
Now today, as Guy is so excited about, last week's surprise reveal, we had the Qui-Gon Jinn 6 scale from Hot Toys. Now, in case you missed it, by the way, we have a new segment at the end of each show where we will actually be revealing next week's unsealed item. Now, we don't know what producer Alan is going to spring on us, and I know that last week's reveal caught us all by surprise. We're pretty excited about it. I know I was. Now, at the end of the show, we will get next week's unsealed and revealed items, so make sure to stay tuned for the entire show. There's a lot going on in this episode. And as a matter of fact, we want you to join in on the fun with our in-show contest that we're calling Guess the Reveal. And in that, if you make a guess in the comments section during this show when I prompt you and you are the first person to get it right, you'll win an exclusive sideshow pin that the lovely Guy will show you right now. Right now. Is it now? Is it right now? It's now. You got it? Do we have it?
I don't have that one. I have the other gift, but we're gonna pop up the graphic.
Those two we have, and this is great. We have the 20th anniversary Hot Toys pin, as well as the Let Your Geek Sideshow pin, and I love this so much. I have the book, the Figure Fantasy book. It is so great. It is an excellent book of action figure photography that I am a huge fan of. So I am loving it. So all you got to do, there's a few basic rules. Number one, you got to be the first person to get it right. There is only one winner. You have to be a resident of the United States that is 18 years or older. And this one's very important. You do not start guessing until I give you the cue. I get to be the one that does it. I control it. Guy's reading the book. He's having a good time.
Oh, it's just so fun. For those who are unfamiliar with what this book is, they have taken... I like the Django and Boba out doing a fishing trip.
There it is. If who among us hasn't wanted to see that? So I'm very excited.
Hasn't wanted to.
Now, for complete contest terms and conditions, visit side.show/contest, and we will announce the winner's name at the end of the show. And Cassidy will be in touch with you about receiving your prize. Now, how are we enjoying our new studio? By the way, how's that going?
I love it. We are brand new to it. This is our first day in, and we will be evolving and changing in here. But as you can see, I have the ability to be in space.
I mean, that's pretty, and you can breathe. That's pretty huge.
Yeah, they were able to work that out, which was nice.
And it looks good. It looks good. You look good in space.
Oh, thank you.
As just like normal, Guy Klender is back in space in the studio, and he's feeling awesome. And of course, we are continuing to practice social distancing and being safe. My man, super producer Sam, is behind the camera, more than 6 feet away. Right, Sam?
Yep. The new studio is even further.
He's wearing a mask, and no one else is in the new studio with Guy. And as always, we are doing our best to ensure the good health of ourselves and others. Now, let's take a look at this figure, Guy. Go for it.
Let's do it. All right. We're going to jump to our overhead camera so we can take a look down. So we have the photograph of the figure himself. We have our cigar band wrap with a action pose here. There you're going to see him in yet another pose, and you notice that he just has the traditional Jedi cloak and not the brown tunic over. When we lift this off, then we have that climactic battle scene with Darth Maul done there.
No, Qui-Gon, don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. That lifts off. I always love these. I think this is really neat. It's that extra little bit. It's that tissue paper that when you had your gifts.
Yeah.
Then inside our main box, we're going to lift this up and out. You're going to have 2 additional trays and then the main tray. Now, as we all know, and Jeff knows, I do love the instructions, and we do want to be careful on those today. Okay?
Yeah, this is the big instructions episode, right? This piece.
Yes, and it is really more for cautionary because you've waited a very long time to get this figure. I would hate to see you do something right at the very end when you finally got it that if you had read through the instructions, it would not have happened. So. In the instructions here, you're going to see things about how to do the different changes of wardrobe, as well as light effects and such. And this is the craftsmanship that goes into the costuming on this one is really wild.
I'm excited. You mentioned that we're going to have a couple of different.
We're going to have a fashion show today. In our top tray here is where you're going to have the additional pegs. You have 6 additional hands, the holographic images, the transmitter, as well as his communicator. And if somebody in the chats can tell us what was used to make that communicator, that would be a fun thing to see. It was such a fun
communicator.
It was a fun thing that they did. Next, what we have here is going to be our light up arm, the saber, the action pose saber. This little packet here actually has the clips that attach onto the saber, and we're going to show those in a little bit when we talk about those. Once you lift that off, you are going to have the desert poncho that he had. You also have your batteries. Now I've taken and put those in there. And then we have our figure himself, and underneath the glorious base.
You know, in the poncho, I would just keep walking by and just yelling, "Anakin!" Like, I would always do that.
I like that they've. Yeah, exactly. I like that they've included that. That's a fun one. It's a neat look, and it's a fun thing.
With a tiny little Anakin that he can push into the sand.
Push into the sand. Well, let's take a look. As you can see, that is an amazing portrait. Now, this is going to be sculpted hair. Okay, and the reason for doing the sculpted hair on this is because of the way in which it needs to flow. And I'm glad that they did go with sculpted versus extruded. Because take a look at the intricacy that you have there. Whoop, sorry about that. That you have it pulled back, tied together, and then kind of the secondary fall that you have, and the movement. And you wouldn't get something quite like that in Root.